like to play? You like to fucking play? You think this shit is a game? I'm here to tell you, this shit is a game. Life, this is a fucking game. You see me play this shit? I just walked out of that fucking room, front ways and back ways. I touched the back of my arm on dicks and boobs right now, okay? This shit isn't even started yet, and I already fucking touched my dick on 6 guys right there. I'm winning. If this shit is a game, I'm fucking winning right now.
Okay. And that's the difference between pussies.
David, let me say
something. That's the difference between pussies and people who fucking win.
Or let's do role
Fuck
play.
you!
So, I'm sitting at home and I get this email from this girl from UCLA. She goes, listen, we'd love it if you came and talked at UCLA. You know, it's very prestigious. We've had Bill Clinton and Michael Moore and Dave Chappelle. And I'm like, fuck, that's pretty cool. I'm like prestigious. I'm fancy and shit. Look at my suit, you know? So I said, all right, fuck it, I'll do it, you know? What do you want me to talk about? And they're like, I'm gonna talk about street art. Street art? Fuck, that's like the stupidest shit ever. I got 3 letters for you. IBS. You know what that shit is? That's irritable bowel syndrome. Okay? You know what that means? That means I take shits. I take a lot of shits. I take a lot of shits. I take a lot of shit. All right? That's like 3 to... Look, the cameraman's laughing. I like that. That's like 3 to 6 shits a day on average. That means right now, I got a fucking napkin in my ass right now to catch all that shit. That means right now, my shit's puckering. That means right now, my shit's very tender, okay?
You got to work harder.
You want to put the pajama over your feet and make it look like a butthole and do a butthole party? Look how many butthole I got.
What the fuck does that have to do with street art? That has everything to do with street art. Because when you take shits, that's when you stare at a wall, and that's when you take out your Sharpie, and that's when you draw on the wall. You know, you get a lot of practice drawing dicks and pussies, you know, drawing satanic shit, you know? So then what does that turn into? It doesn't matter. All right, that's the last I'm gonna talk about street art, because who gives a fuck anyways, all right?
The Choe method.
So they go, then what do you want to talk about? And at this point, I'll tell you what I want to fucking talk about. I listen to hip-hop music, all right? I listen to it on the radio. So when you listen to like Lil Wayne or some shit on the radio, whenever he says nigger, he just says, like he goes, I'm the realest nigger. They just take the nigger out and they just repeat the word. So he's like the realest real. So I told the lady, I don't want to talk about street art. I want to talk about what it's like to be the realest real. But that's what I'm gonna fucking talk about today. Part of playing this game is you can't follow the rules. You gotta fucking think of shit the other way. So, for example, this dude, I'm gonna pick on you because you're laughing extra hard. You ever fuck a white girl before? No. Okay, good. I didn't think that was the answer. All right. You know why? I'll tell you why. Just in the same way that they said, if you're not a student, you can't come to this event, almost every day of my life, I hang out with ladies, and this is what they say. Oh, Dave, you're such a cool guy. I feel so safe with you. I feel so comfortable talking to you, whatever this. And then I do the move, and I try to like get some tit or something, and they go, oh, did I give out the wrong impression or something? Like, I don't think of you. I'm totally not attracted to Asian guys. And I go, at this point in my life, when I hear I'm not attracted to Asian guys, I know within that day, or at least that decade, I'm gonna be inside that girl. Like, that's happening. Like, a girl saying I'm not into you is like almost the same thing. And I hope I don't sound like a rapist right now, because I'm not. But, like, if a girl told you, you like this white girl in your psychology class or whatever the fuck you're here for, and you say, hey, you know, we've been hanging out, I've been doing all your homework for you, and I'm gonna help you out with some shit, and then you make a move on her one night after 4 fucking years, and she goes, oh, did I send out the wrong vibe? I don't think of you like that. You know what you do? You fucking say, okay, I give up. But you know what? I don't give up. When a girl says, I'm not into Asian dudes, I'm fucking that shit later that night. That shit's happening. What's that? Oh, what's my secret? Oh, It is actually rape. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. It's called boyfriend.
You like sexy poses? I pose sexy all day, all night.
This is what I hear. I'll be fucking the girl, and I'll come. I'll shoot, and then I'll just like leave it in there, you know, waiting that time period for that your dick to deflate, and you want to see like. It's like a weird game. You're like, my dick's gonna deflate, and then at some point my dick's gonna fall out the condom, and then the condom might leak some shit, and then the girl's gonna get really mad. And then at that point the chick will go, oh my God, you're the first Asian I've ever been with. It's so hairless and and the fucked up part is it's usually Asian girls saying this to me. And actually, you know what? I started this whole shit with lies and coming clean, so I never use condoms. And I'll just say another thing about getting ahead in life. And like beginnings, middles, and ends, okay? Coming is overrated, okay? Just don't do it. It fucking sucks. I'll get back to that, maybe.
You got to work harder.
Be like me.
There's lots of non-white people in the audience right now. There's some blacks, I don't know what you are, Puerto Rican or something over there, some Latino, Indian, something. If you have more than 5 white friends, then you're that weird fucking dude, okay? You're like, where's that black guy? I just saw one. All right, well, if you're a black guy and you have like all white friends, then you're the dude that like all your white friends are like playing Diablo 3 and they're like losing and they're like, fuck nigger. And then they're like, oh shit, it's okay, I have a black friend. You're that guy. You're their like free card to do shit like that. And if you're an Asian guy and you have all white friends, then I see that shit too. You're like all walking down Westwood Boulevard and they're all walking and you're hanging out in the back and you're like, hey guys, we're gonna eat at Noodle Planet or whatever. And there's all those white dudes in your crew and all they do is fuck Asian girls and they go, oh, it's okay. Chung is our friend, so we can do that shit.
You got to try harder.
You like the cuddling after the love making? You like to spoon? Try 4-girl spoon. Switch. This is real spooning. This is spooning plus 4 hardcore, nigga.
It's a lot of work, you know? When I'm sitting there and I'm laying on my back and my dick's deflated and I hear those words, they say, oh shit, you're the first Asian I've ever been with. I'm like, fucking shit. White guys just get to fuck and that's cool, that's just what they do. Black guys get to just fuck. I got this motherfucker right here that's never fucked a white girl and like a bunch more out there. You got all these white motherfuckers fucking Asian bitches out here. I don't know the statistics, like 90% of Asian American women do not marry Asian men. That means there's a lot of fat, sad dudes at home jerking off that never fucking get to white girl or the Asian girl. So I gotta fucking make up for all this shit! I gotta do that!
Be like me?
Fucking... This shit sucks, man. This shit fucking sucks. So I'm sitting there, I wanna fucking go to In-N-Out, I wanna pass out, I wanna go to sleep, but then I gotta fucking get my dick hard again and power fuck the shit out of her, cause you know she's gonna be like calling her girlfriends and be like, hey girl, I just had me Oriental, I had some fucking Gangnam style up in this pussy. And then she's gonna be like, how was it? And then I gotta fucking represent, or else you'll never fucking have a chance! You'll never have a chance, motherfucker! Step the fuck up, man! Listen, if you're a dude out here and you're not white, then fucking diversify your portfolio. You should have like 2 to 3 whites, you know, a couple coloreds, and like couple different Asians, like, you know, a couple of darker Asians, like Filipinos, and a couple of the whiter Asians, like Japanese. And then you'll be all right. And then if you like go to a party, like you go to a cool Hollywood party and you meet Jamie Kennedy, and you're like, Jamie Kennedy's fucking cool, then you gotta fucking swap him out. You gotta trade. You gotta tell one of your white friends, you gotta go. I made Jamie Kennedy. You can't keep all of them. Don't be greedy. So far, this whole rant, I guess, might sound sort of racial. And you know, like those dudes that are like, hey, I got black friends. I don't hate white people. I love white people. I got tons of white friends. If you consider Jews, light-skinned blacks, and Asians from Orange County white people, then I have lots of white friends. So I want to applaud the people here who are not UCLA students that are here because you took the initiative. I see you back there. Trying to sneak in through the window and shit, I saw that. Why do I bring this up? There's people here right now that don't want to be here. College isn't mandatory. You're fucking here right now because your parents fucking told you to come here. There's people in this fucking audience right now that are in their 30s that fucking live at home with their parents. They gotta do the slow sex. They gotta do that shit. Yeah, I see you. Your fucking parents are in the next room and you wanna fuck your wife or your girlfriend and you're like 35 years old and you gotta do the slow shit where you don't make the bed creak and you fucking owe like $50,000 to $100,000. That's gonna be half of you motherfuckers in here. That's real shit, so why are you here?
You got to try harder.
You have a Tempur-Pedic? Fuck your memory foam mattress!
You got to try harder.
I'm sure a lot of you want to know how to get rich. Not that hard. Just figure out what people want and do that shit. Okay. Everyone likes to smoke weed. It's expensive. People fucking buy weed, so fucking, but that shit's illegal. So what costs more than weed and is just as more profitable than weed? Ginseng. Become a ginseng farmer. Easy. Open up a laser hair removal clinic. Bitches hate having hair. You'll never go out of business. There's always these like romantic types that are like, I want to open a vineyard. I want to start my own wine. It's like wine goes bad. So if you know that all fucking wine goes bad, open a fucking balsamic vinegar factory. That shit is in every fucking household, okay? All wine turns into vinegar. You'll be fucking rich. And you'll fucking smell like what you are, a fucking douche, you know?
The Choe method.
You got to work harder.
And I'm gonna talk a little bit about relationships because relationships is in direct correlation to success and how far you get in this life and actually whatever the fuck you want in this life. There's someone in this room, actually there's a lot of people in this room right now that are in dysfunctional relationships or know someone in dysfunctional relationships, and if I had to bet, I would say there's people in here right now that are doing LD, and if you don't know what that is, that's long distance, and that's fucking gambling, okay? Because there's people in this class, in this school, that did this move. They had their high school sweetheart in like the East Coast or something, and they're like, oh, I just got accepted into UCLA. They're like, oh, well, let's stay together. Let's work this out. And so you move and you're trying to do long distance. Long distance never works. It has never worked in the history of anything. So what are you doing? You're just fucking terrorizing and torturing each other. You're like, hey, what are you doing? It's like, you're like Skyping and like, hey, you meet new friends? Is there any hot guys? All this shit. And you're like trying to like, you're putting handcuffs on the person. You're not letting them live their life. You know why that shit's not gonna work? While you're here at UCLA and they're over at fucking Duke or something? It's because I'm gonna fuck them next week when I talk over there. I'm gonna go and I'm gonna fuck your girlfriend and you're gonna know the flavor of my penis. That's what's gonna happen. Next time you eat your girlfriend out when she comes visit on winter break, you're gonna be eating my penis. That's what's gonna be happening. So just fucking break up already. These people are fucking weird.
You got to work harder.
You don't believe it now, but I was a very romantic guy. And I was a relationship dude, and I was in like very, very long relationships. And even when I broke up, you know, I was a little bit like, what's the answer? I was like searching, how should I live my life? My friend Yoshi right here, this fucking pervert right here, dirtiest comic alive. He goes, "Hey Dave, you want to see the first Asian porno ever filmed?" And I go, "What the fuck?" There's like, how did he say it? The first porno where the guy's Asian. Actually, that's not true. There's only one place where there's Asian guys in porn, and that's when they're the bottoms in gay porn. They're the twinks. When you see Asian guys in porn, they're getting fucked in their ass. There's no fucking Asians in TV either. I mean, oh yeah, there's John Choe and Sandra Oh and who I don't fucking know. But they're just characters in the shows. There's no main Asian person on any TV, porn, anything. So I said, that sounds interesting. I'll go check that out. So I arrive on the porn set and I meet the beautiful Asa Akira, who's here also, winner of Best Anal and Best Blowjob 2 years in a row. What's cool about talking to girls who have done pornography or stripping or hooking or any of these things is once everyone's seen their butthole, like you can talk about pretty much anything, you know? It's not like these normal fucking bullshit small talk conversations. Is anyone here from Canada? Fuck you. So we get right into it, and I'm like, this chick's fucking rad. I really like her. This is cool. So we hang out all day, and I start to feel like the feelings of romance, because I'm still in like the romance. I'm not the hardened guy you see up here today. So we have a fun day together, and she goes, "Oh shit, Dave, I'm late for work. Can you drop me off at work?" And I said, "Yeah, oh fuck, yeah, no problem." And then I'm like driving, I'm like, "Oh shit, work is like getting pile drivered by fucking huge dicks." This is a fucking strange world I've just stepped into.
You got to work harder.
Everyone in here, whoever you're with right now, you won't be with them. It'll last maybe 7 years, maybe 2 years. It's usually 2 or 7 years. Yeah, you're laughing because you know it's true. You go through this whole shit of like, oh, I'm in love, and yeah, love is fucking awesome. Love is fantastic.
Do you believe in true love?
Yes, no, what? But you need to face the reality that shit's not gonna last. I don't know what the divorce rate was when I was a kid. It was like 50% or something, so I imagine it's just like 100%.
Ooh, you got to try harder.
When you ask couples, men and women, you go, what is the best part of the relationship? Usually the guys, pretty much everyone goes to the beginning. Because in the beginning, falling in love is fucking awesome. It feels fucking great. Like, it's like being on drugs. I don't do drugs, but I imagine if I did do drugs, that's what it would feel like. Because, I mean, and girls usually say it's like the middle part, because that's when they feel most secure, the guy's, loyal to them. But it's the beginning. That's the best fucking part. You know, the guy's like jumping over the car to open the door for you. Like when he eats your pussy, he's like doing like, making the serious face, and like, he's like going all slow and like licking every part and then coming back to it and going up to your knee and then back down and then like hovering and like making you wait for it, and then like cut to now where he just goes and like sticks his dick in, he just spits a loogie on your pussy and just jams it in and goes, and he's like, make me a sandwich. So the beginning is the best.
You got to work harder.
Everyone in this room will either cheat or be cheated on. That is definitely gonna happen, 110%. If you think about that, it's like sort of depressing, right? So then what is the answer? Is it like being like weird swingers, or like being like Hugh Hefner or Mormon, having like several wives? Or there is something that every woman in here will say at some point in their life. They'll be like, oh my God, I gave up my pretty years for you. I stayed with you and I groomed you and I trained you how to like piss like with the seat down or seat up or whatever, and I bought you these clothes from Paul Frank, and I can't believe I wasted all this time on you for you to become this better guy to benefit the next girl you're gonna be with. don't be a victim, ladies. Don't fucking be a victim. Like, don't get married, don't get pregnant. Don't waste your 20s and 30s on one dude. And I'm not saying go out there and be a slut, but fucking live life. Go to Europe, you know? You're like, I don't have any money. Give some dude a hand job. He'll buy you a ticket. Like, I mean, seriously, who gives a shit? Say, I'll give you a hand job, but I'm not gonna do anything else. And he'll buy you a ticket and make him think you're gonna fuck him, and then when you get to Rome or wherever, find some Italian stallion with a big, thick, veiny dick and fuck that guy, you know? I don't even know what my point was. I dated a fob stripper. She was super, super fucking hot. She could barely speak English, and I met her about 2 years ago. And we started dating, not like for real, like just like I'd see her like once every 4 months. And hey, I travel a lot. That's, you know, and she's a working girl. She's busy. She has to rub on boners all day. But you know, it went on for about 2 years, and I lied to her. The entire time I lied to her. She saw paint on my pants, and she goes, "What do you do for a living?" And I said, "I'm a contractor. I paint condos for a living." And I told her I was a Chinese guy named James Jean. And here's the thing, and this is a little bit harsh, but I'll just say it. People use the numbering system when they go, "Oh, that girl's a 9, or she's a 10, or that dude's a 4, or that's a 3. When it comes to guys, say I'm born a 3, say I'm a fat, disgusting loser, I can move up to a 9. I can get rich, famous, did it, by the way, and I could move up in this world. Now a woman, this shit's hard, because a woman could be born a 3 and then become like a CEO and become the funniest chick alive and do all these things to like make herself better, and she only moved up like 0.05. Because at the end, guys don't really give a shit. You know, guys are very visual, they're very shallow, and they just want to fuck. Because I am friends with a lot of alpha females, and they're very Destiny's Child independent, you know, doing that shit. And it's sad because they're career women and they get to the top, and then what happens is when a woman climbs to their top, their dick grows bigger than their husband's, so they overshadow their husband, and then they're the alpha male, and no chick wants to be the alpha male. Girls want to, you know, they want to cuddle.
Switch.
No matter what kind of agreement you have with any person, like, hey, we're just, you know, friends with benefits or whatever, at some point, those pesky feelings start to develop. So I started like seeing her more and more. And she still called me James, and she still thought I was a contractor. So shit's starting to get more and more serious with this stripper chick. And she doesn't have any idea who I am or what I do. And so we go out to dinner, and I told her I'd take her out at like 8 o'clock, but I don't know, I jerked off and fell asleep or something, so I took her out at 10, and the only thing open was Cheesecake Factory, which, if for those of you who have not gone, it's a pretty nice place, you know? And so, I don't always look this fucking awesome. I have a uniform. It's usually a bathrobe and sweatpants. It's usually what I wear every single day of my life. It's like the female Uggs, like the male Uggs version of, you know, fucking Uggs. So I go to Cheesecake Factory, and I had jeans on, which was a huge, like, that's a big deal for me, because I don't ever wear jeans. She thought we were gonna go to a really, really nice restaurant. She's wearing like the nicest dress ever, and she's dressed to the nines, and I'm just like this fucking slob. And so she's being like really bitchy at dinner. And I'm like, she's not my girlfriend, whatever. I'll just deal with this bullshit, whatever. Why am I even here if we're just gonna be fighting the whole time? So after this whole like smooth relationship of like just enjoying each other's company and talking freely about our feelings and all this shit, she decides she wants to be a bitch and start acting mean towards me, which I didn't like. And this is funny. For those of you who know, my Korean is horrible, so this entire conversation is happening in Korean. She goes, look at me, look at this. And she's fucking beautiful. She looks like a supermodel. She's like, look at this. I'm fucking gorgeous. And look at you. And Like, you treat me like you're some fucking rad dude that gets all these chicks, and like, you take me to Cheesecake Factory at 10 o'clock at night, and you don't even get dressed up. And I just like sat there and I took it and I took it. So she's sitting there and fucking laying this shit down on me. She's like, I'm a fucking hot chick. I'm a catch. All these fucking actors and athletes and shit want to date me, and I'm sitting here with your fucking slobby ass. And I just sat there and I took it and I took it, and my fucking IBS is building up. It's like a fucking cauldron of anger and confusion in my stomach. And I'm like, just let it go. Like, who gives a shit? Just fuck this shit. But she wouldn't let it go. She kept it going. So finally I had my Walter White moment. I'm like, I don't fucking put on jeans for anybody. I fucking took you to Cheesecake Factory. I don't take girls anywhere. They come to my house on my fucking crusty sheets. And she's like, what? What? I thought you were this fat, sweet, like you were my little secret. And I was like, no. And I had this conversation in the car, and she got hooker tears on everything. And I'm like, fuck. Oh man, she's crying. And I started feeling things like maybe I still had feelings left. This girl, I don't know, she must have grinded on hundreds and hundreds of penises, maybe thousands. And then on top of that, she was judging me. And I was like, fuck, I'm being judged by a hooker right now. It fucking feels weird.
You got to work harder.
You ask people, what do you want in life? And they go, I want to be happy. So you're not stupid, so you just fucking identified what you want out of life. You want to be happy. So then why the fuck would you ever get married? Do you know one married person that's like happy? They're all fucking miserable. So look at all these divorced fuckers back there. I see you. These fucking divorced fuckers right here. Here's the alternative. Here, I'll give you the options. This is how it goes down. Okay? If you try to do it the traditional way, which is definitely not gonna work, you're gonna get to that point where like, oh, I spent my pretty years on you, this and that. If you don't do it that way, then the answer at the light at the end of the tunnel is me. This fat, disgusting Asian guy. You know why? Because I get every girl. Let me give you an example. Pamela Anderson, for those of you who remember, about 10 years ago, she was the one. Like, she was like on every TV show. She was on the cover of every magazine. She was in Playboy like 1,000,000 times. She was like the hottest chick. Every dude wanted to be with her. Who the fuck am I? I'm like some fucking weird Asian guy. How the fuck am I gonna get Pamela Anderson? I get her in about 10 years from now because I wait. I'm patient. You know? There's like hot chicks in here right now that are like, oh, my guy friends. It's like, hot chicks don't have guy friends. They have dudes that wait to fuck them when their boyfriend fucks up. You know when that happens? Every fucking time. You know why? Because that's what guys do. We fuck up. We fuck up all the fucking time. And my dance card is full because somewhere right now, there's a fucking dude fucking up. And who's that chick gonna call? Dave, the fun guy. And you know why I'm the fun guy? Because I fucking planned it! I planned this shit. I thought about what I want, the fucking kind of life I want to live, and I'm fucking here now. I'm not married, I don't have fucking kids, and I get to live a fucking awesome life with my friends Harry Kim, Yoshi, Joey, all my best friends, the whole KGB crew is here because I put value on bro relationships, not romantic relationships. These are my fucking bros. Like, I love the shit out of these guys, and if we gotta blow each other once in a while, who gives a fuck? Totally not gay.
You got to work harder.
Girls think every dude in here is gonna cheat on their girl. And the one in here that doesn't, like the good guy that doesn't, they jerk off to so much fucking porn that when they're fucking you, they're not even thinking about you. And if you don't believe me, tonight, when you're giving your boyfriend a blowjob, look up for a second and look at his fucking face. And he's gonna be like this. He's not looking at you. He's thinking about girls that look nothing like you. He's trying for dear heart because you're giving the nastiest, sloppiest blowjob. And when you're bent over and you're biting the pillow and he's fucking you doggy style, turn around and look at his face. And look at his fucking face. It'll be like look at his face and it'll be the same face.
You got to try harder.
So there's a girl in here right now who's like, oh, this guy's so disgusting. I would never fuck him. I see you. You're like fucking making a weird face at me right now. I would never ever fuck this guy ever. I don't know what the hell he's talking about. And that's I believe you. You'll never fuck me like maybe for 10 years. But guess what? In 10 years, I'm still gonna be single. I'm still gonna be rich. I'm still gonna be like fucking awesome. And you're gonna be 35, 40, and you're just gonna find out that your love of your life just cheated on you, and you're like, oh my God, I can't believe it. Even though some fucking chink just told you about it 10 years ago. And you're gonna be like, I can't believe he did this to me. 10 years from now, you're gonna be fucking fat, your tits are gonna be down to here, you're gonna have some kids that hate you for no reason, and your dude's gonna cheat the fuck, he's gonna fuck your best friend, and you're gonna be like, oh my God. And you're gonna be laying in bed going, my life just went to shit. I put too much importance on romantic relationships. And you're gonna be sitting there, and you're like, a fucking devilish, good-looking Asian in a red suit at UCLA in 2012 told me this day would come. I'm gonna look him up on Facebook. And I'm gonna be sitting there, fucking fat, fucking eating hot Cheetos and Takis. She's gonna be like, the fuck, what's his name? David Choe, David Chang, David something like that. She's gonna cruise around, she's gonna find me on Facebook, and she'll be like, hey. And be like, happy face, LOL. And then she's gonna say, you know what? I'm totally not into Asian guys, but... And then I'm gonna fuck her.
You got to work harder.
Do you like doing spontaneous things?
That, what the fuck? Let's get her, guys!
Wait, can you touch me and my friend after this?
I'm a fucking artist on stage doing stand-up comedy. What do you mean? Do I like... What the fuck? Are you asking me to fuck your boyfriend? All right, what's the second part?
Can you go to dinner with me and my friend after this?
Yes. All right, next question. She asked me if I'd fuck her and her friend after dinner. I said yes.
You got to work harder.
I shit about 3 to 6 times a day. I jerk off about 3 to 6 times a day. I usually jerk myself up in the morning. That's when my balls are heaviest with cum. It's just, my balls are full of jizz from the night before. So I wake up and I go, I don't drink coffee, I don't do drugs, I don't smoke cigarettes, so I jerk off, that's my thing. So that's what I call the 4 or 5 tissue morning. I need about 5 tissues. If I do 2 or 3 is like for midday when I have less jizz. For the morning, if I use 2 or 3, my boys would blast through that shit. And I have terabytes of porn. That's a lot of fucking porn, and I never watch it at normal speed. I watch that shit like at 10 or 30 plus speed. And I'm fucking left off with my left hand. So I got terabytes of porn, and so I got my dick in my hand, and then I got my remote in the other hand. And there's 2 kinds of guys that jerk off. There's the guys that jerk off into the napkin or sock or whatever, and there's guys that jerk off on themselves. And then wipe it off. Those guys are called gays. I need to have the fucking 4 or 5 tissues close so that I don't want to shoot on myself. You know, that's gay. Also, if you can have an erection while you take a shit, you're also gay. I got my penis in my hand and I got my remote in the other shit. So where to put this shit? Where do I put the tissue? I don't have 3 arms, so I put it right here. And what do you call this? This is the tissue ascot. And I'm watching my shit, and
You got to work harder.
Some people in here have never been in love. They think they've been in love, but they've never been in love. But for those of you who have been in love, it's fucking awesome. When that shit happens, fuck, it's like the first time like you see them like in their underwear and you're like, oh my God, this is crazy. And the first time you touch them, that's the best part. Like the part before the sex ever even happens. Like not knowing the mystery, the romance, all that shit. Once the dick finally goes inside, it's like, yeah, that feels good, that's fun, but that's for pedestrians, man. Go next level, man. You know why The Sopranos is so fucking awesome for me? Because I never watched the last episode. I don't know how that shit ends. Everyone in here is like, yeah, that shit ended shitty. That shit sucks. I didn't watch the end.
You got to work harder.
I don't stick around for the fucking end. I fucking get out while I'm ahead. That's how you win at fucking everything. You're with your girl right now and you're having the best fucking time of your life. Fucking leave now. She'll be like, what the fuck? And I go, I know. I love you and you love me. We haven't even fought yet. Why prolong? Like, you know one day you're gonna fucking be like, who ate all the milk? Why'd you leave the toilet seat up? All this weird shit. That day is coming. It's coming for sure, guaranteed. Get the fuck out. So in that same way, you never wait for the ending. While you're having sex, don't come. It's so disgusting. It's like so romantic up until that point. Taking a girl out, the dating, flirting, that part's awesome. And then that part's so disgusting, man. So gross. Shoot it on my face, shoot it on my face.
Got to try, you got to try harder.
You ever notice you get the girl or the dude after you don't give a shit? It's like, if you care about shit, that shit runs away from you. You gotta, oh, I want this girl so bad. Like, nothing is more of a turnoff than desperation. I know the fucking richest dudes in the world. None of them are happy. Money can't buy happiness. Bro love, man dates. I'll tell you what brings happiness. Dates in the daytime with all your guy friends, no girls, is the fucking key to happiness. And fucking road trips. Road trips is the key to fucking everything. You fucking are in a shitty place, hit the road. That's the way to fucking do it.
You got to try harder.
This is fucking, what are you, my psychiatrist? You wanna hear about my uncle playing with my asshole? I liked it.
You got to work harder.
If you're not happy about the place you're at in life right now, and you want to have a powerful spiritual experience that is like doing 10 years of psychotherapy in one night, and it's not addictive, do the spirit molecule. It's a drug called ayahuasca, and it'll change your life. I've never done drugs. That was the first drug I did, and it was fucking absolutely life-changing. I puked my brains out this morning. Like, what the fuck am I doing? Like, this is ridiculous. I should just like be at home painting. Why am I like... Everyone's waiting. You're like waiting for something. Like waiting for your boyfriend to step up. You're like waiting for this magical opportunity to happen. None of this shit is happening. None of it's gonna happen. Oh, if I just work harder. You know what the fucking biggest joke about work harder and try harder is? It doesn't work. You just fucking do it. If you try to make shit happen, it's not gonna happen. You just already established in your mind that that shit's gonna happen, then you just do it. If you try to make it happen, then you're already setting yourself up for failure.
You got to work harder.
I gotta get back to this position. So it's about 2 in the morning. I got my fucking tissue ascot in. And just like all these fucking parasites that heard about my money on the news, so did all the casinos. And for those of you who know about me, I made millions of dollars gambling. I got my method with my man Harry Kim right here. And like I said, you get out while you're ahead. We won the money, we won millions. There's no need to gamble ever again. I have the LAX and Burbank flight schedules memorized to get to Las Vegas. I can make it to Vegas in about 3 hours. So at 2 in the morning, I start getting insane calls from all the hosts from like the Venetian, the Wynn, the Palazzo. I go, Dave, this is great news. I've seen you on TV, fucking spray painting Barbara Walters. Why don't you come visit us? And part of my method of winning money in Vegas is I never go alone. I always have Harry with me. But I figure, you know what? I never, like, the way I gamble is really, like, work and stressful. It's not fun. And I said, it's been a long time since I just let myself go. And I thought I had reached the highest echelons of the gambling universe, but I didn't. So my host says to me, he goes, Dave, you should come to Vegas right now. I go, dude, it's fucking 2 a.m. There's no flights. I don't feel like driving. He's like, are you fucking kidding me? So he gives me an address, which is like one exit before LAX, and I show up, and there's a fucking private jet that could fit 10 times the amount of the people in this room right now. For me, in my fucking bathrobe and my sweatpants. It's not like a little plane that fits like 10 people. It can fit like 500 people. And I'm like, what the fuck? So I get in, and I'm like, is there other people gonna join us? And he's like, nope, just you. I go, oh shit, we were in Vegas in fucking 20 minutes, okay? This shit went pew, pew. I was in fucking Vegas, and when I usually go gamble in Vegas, I bring a suitcase with cash, but, you know, and if you want to take credit out, they do bank checks, all this shit. I show up, and this guy goes, what do you want? You want $1 million, $2 million, $3 million, $4 million? I'm like, what the fuck? And then we go through, you know, there's like secret, like nice deluxe suites. We go past that, and then we go into like secret elevators, and then it's like next level shit, like rooms with like zebras and shit in it. And I'm like, what the fuck is this shit? So I'm sitting there, and I'm like, I walk into this room, and the guy's like, you know, and I've dealt with this guy before, but it was just like, hey, can I get you show tickets or whatever? You want a free meal? You want a free room? Now it's like, you want heroin? You want cocaine? There's like fucking 10 girls like lounged around the room. He's like, just pick out which girls you want. They're all yours. I'm like, can I have all of them? He's like, yeah, go for it. So for those of you who can't figure it out by now, I'm an addict. I don't do drugs. I don't smoke. I'm not alcoholic, but I have my own issues, gambling, jerking off, shit like that. So I line the girls up like circus eels, and I put a lobster on each one of them, and I fuck them down the road as I take a bite of lobster. I put the lobster shell on my dick, and I start chasing them around the room with a lobster claw. And I have a lobster shell on my dick, and I have 10 lobster claws on each one of my fingers. I'm fucking a harem of women at every hotel. For those of you who play blackjack, the maximum amount of money you can bet on blackjack is $25,000, and they don't change that for anybody because of carding and all that bullshit. They changed it for me. The maximum was now $125,000. So that means on one hand of blackjack, I could bet $125,000, except I bet 2 hands usually. So I was betting $250,000 on every hand. So within like 15 minutes, I lost $8 million. And then I was going to a different hotel and winning $20 million. And then going to another hotel, and then it was like 5 days of nonstop fucking and gambling and winning millions here, losing millions there, losing my fucking mind the whole time, not sleeping. And it's like constant stimulation, and I fucking lost my mind. And on top of this, and this is gonna sound funny to you guys, but it was definitely not funny, I was fucking killing at Angry Birds. I was like fucking these girls, my dick was like limp spaghetti, and then I'd like go lose $1 million, and I'd run upstairs, and I had the fucking highest score on I had to pass every level with 1 bird and get 3 stars. And not just that, I had to fucking have the highest score, and I was doing this, and my fucking fingers were bleeding, and I was like, it sounds funny, but I just couldn't, like something was wrong, and then I had a heart attack or an angina attack. I'm 36, I collapsed, and thanks for bringing up that question, you fucking jerk. So, anyways, so people are like, oh, you got all this money, what you give it to me, you should do this, whatever the fuck. I know you guys are college students. I know you guys don't have much money, so how about I just give it to you? So. Sign up for Choe Method seminars, bitches! Thank you. Fuck yes, this show's gonna go on forever.
You won, bitches! You dumb motherfucker. You think I give a shit? You think I give a fuck about this shit? You dumb fucking cunts. You think I'm gonna stop this shit because you don't like me?
In this world full of horrible people, thank God for us. And I fucking believed in myself before anyone else did. And that's what you need to do, because no one gives a shit. There's your own self-doubt, you're your own worst enemy, your family, your friends, everyone's gonna be like, it's not gonna work, and you gotta accept, you gotta fucking go for it more than anyone else. You gotta believe it, you gotta be fucking crazy, you gotta be delusional. You have to. And I believed all my shit. It's all, people hear me talking and go, this is all bullshit. I go, yeah, you know what? It is bullshit, but I made it reality. I live in fucking bullshit. I live in fucking madness. All my bullshit, I turned into a reality because I wanted it that bad. Fortune favors the bold. You have to fucking go for it, and it's scary. You know why? Because you might shit your pants. You might lose all your money. And there's not that many outcomes. When you fucking go for it, when you put yourself out there and you take a chance on yourself, when you gamble on yourself when no one else does, you're either gonna become highly successful, or you're gonna die or go to jail. So don't be scared. Don't be a fucking pussy. I went over. I'm sorry. I love you guys. You guys are the best. Thank you. It's time to go home. America, don't fuck with Santa. He's got a huge fucking dong. I seen it. Santa's got a huge moose knuckle.